Clint, previously known as Ronin, previously known as Hawkeye, volunteers to do a test run of the space-time travel, so it's time to plan the time heist when he returns with a baseball glove in his hand. Thor Lebowski Odinson recaps his second Marvel outing like a petulant child. So that's Ether or the Reality Stone or the Red One, with its storyteller sorted by a Bloody Mary. The Purple Power Stone was stolen from the moronic planet Morag by Quill, and Vormir is where Thanos threw Gamora off the cliff for the Golden Egg, Soul Stone. 3 stones in space, the rest in New York City. The blue space stone in the Tesseract, the yellow Mind Stone in Thanos' scepter loaned to Loki, and the green Time Stone in the Eye of Agamotto with the Ancient One. Shut the front door! Whatever it takes. Now hold on to your hats and let the time heist begin with an inspirational whatever it takes monologue from Cap. Welcome to New York City when Avengers 1 was going down. Bruce Banner, displaying gratuitous violence and reaching the New York Sanctum, is astrally evacuated from the Green Hulk and begins to discuss the Green Time Stone with the Ancient One. PTSD Thor and Red Ratchet Raccoon beam into Asgard for the Red Reality Stone, swimming around as Ether in Jane Foster. Hawkeye and golden-haired Black Widow fly in a spaceship through space, long way from Budapest, to Vormir for the Golden Soul Stone without knowing anything about how to get it. Rhodey and Purplish Nebula take cover on Morag to steal the Purple Power Stone before damn dirty ape Quill can get his stinky paws on it. Scott, Stank, and Blue Steve infiltrate 2012 SHIELD/Hydra for the Blue Space Stone, pulling off 2 capers with multiple space-time jumps. More on that later. In the meanwhile, with a Hail Hydra, Cap gets, will get, have gotten. Time travel semantics, man, they blew my mind. Anyway, he gets the scepter from the cowardly yellow Jasper Sitwell and Crossbones in the elevator scene for the yellow Mind Stone. In the meantime, as they are chrono-traveling, the past Nebula starts to quantum entangle with present Nebula. Again, the quantum realm comes into play. Back in New York City, Loki changes his mind about the drink offer that he had refused in Avengers 1. Ant-Man bumbles a set piece that was supposed to give Stank a heart attack, while Hulk has to take so many stairs. Loki repeats his Captain America masquerade and gets away with the Tesseract because the man-man combo of Iron and Ant doesn't gel too well. The inevitable Rogers vs. Rogers fistfight happens, and Rogers wins by being able to do it all day, again and again and again and again. Break the loop again. Or as Anthony Mackie likes to say, cut the check. Slipping by Loki unnoticed in yesteryear Asgard, Thor has an excellent heart-to-heart with 2013 Frigga, who can see what's going on because she's witch-raised and handles it marvelously. Get it? Rabbit Raccoon extracts the Red Reality Stone/Ether from Jane Foster off-screen, and Thor summons Mjolnir for a much-needed worthiness booster. He will need it because around this time in the timeline of the time heist, Thanos comes to know about his inevitable future when he discovers a timestamp, which is one of my favorite things since way back. Inside Nebula, with a little help from Ebony Maw. Because of Loki's escape with the Tesseract, more on that in another video about the upcoming Disney Plus streaming service which is going to rock so hard, Stank and Steve improvise with their last Pym particle shot and go further back to 1970, where Stan the Man is riding the highway in his digitally de-aged avatar. R.I.P. Granddad, nuff said. Speaking of dads, Stank and Stank Sr. discuss kids, money and time, and Suave Sr.'s slattery has a deja vu, or premonition if you will, which he mentions to TV's Jarvis, marking a breakthrough character's transition from small screen to big, and in the biggest movie ever. Alright, fine. Second biggest movie ever. Community veteran Y.N. Brown makes an appearance, which means she joins a long list of the Russo's favorites from the Meta TV show when it comes to cameos in MCU movies. Fun fact, the security officer who calls MPs on 2023 Stank and Steve when Miss Brown identifies them is named Chesler, who is Jack's boss in Fight Club. Miss Brown joins other big ticket names like Doctor of Com, Ken Jeong, Donald Glover, Danny Pudi, Walton Goggins, Randall Park, Martin Starr, who played two characters in the MCU, Jim Rash, and of course Brie Larson, the coat check girl, who have been playing very good roles in the MCU because they were associated with the Russo brothers in Community. On Vormir, the son of Edith, which is a nice touch, and the daughter of Ivan, who she had never known, are told about the price you pay to play the game. Shout out to Stained, which is to get your hands stained in blood. After some back and forth between them, Black Widow jumps to her death, and Clint, known previously as Ronin, known previously as Hawkeye, gets the Soul Stone and jumps home, also known as the Avengers HQ, where the Avengers, minus Black Widow of course, and sadly so, assemble the Iron Gauntlet. Boom! So that leaves 5 original Avengers who want to unsnap the snap, and there's a callback to the strongest Avenger. Dr. Eric Selvig had found out in the first Avengers movie that the Tesseract was giving out low levels of gamma radiation. Nothing harmful, he said, prompting a sarcastic remark from Jules, Nick Fury. Based on this and a hunch, Gamma Hulk dons the Iron Gauntlet and unsnaps the damage inflicted by Purple Nurple Thanos at the end of Infinity War, and successfully re-snaps everyone back into the current universe. Awesome, Max! Thanos doesn't like that. Not one bit. Past Nebula, Space Storm ports his ship to upstate New York, and he rains down fire on the HQ, destroying it. Hulk rises up again to the rescue, and Thanos pivots his original game plan. Now, he wants to make a tabula rasa start to the universe, so he sends his daughters to retrieve the stones from the Avengers, and does what he does best: wait. He's waiting for Steve, Tony, and Lebowski Thor to come back to him. Thanos delivers a nice megalomaniacal soliloquy, punctuated by a typical stankism. The three try to thrash Thanos, including the big moment of Cap wielding Mjolnir and Thor being very happy about it. Totally opposite to his anxiety when Steve almost lifted it in Age of Ultron. But Purple Nurple Thanos pulverizes them mercilessly, smashing Cap's shield like it was in Tony's vision, courtesy Wanda the Witch. Again, callback to the groundwork laid down in Age of Ultron. Cap stands his ground, as he always does, beard or no beard. And in come the reinforcements, recently reconstituted from dust. Just add Infinity Stones and snap! Doctor Strange and his magic company portal in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Black Panther and the Wakandans redo the iconic Ye Bombay. Spider-Man swings in and sticks his landing totally. New Asgardians fly in on Pegasi? As do the Ravagers in their spaceships. And to top it all, Scarlet Witch, Wasp, and Pepper Potts in the rescue armor join in the assembly, which is completed by Hulk, Giant Man, Rhodey, and Rocket rising from the ground. Cue all-out war. Purple Nurple Thanos still has the upper hand in close combat, but only till Scarlet Witch redlines and starts to crush his body. He rains fire again, this time on Player Unknown's battleground, doing lots of friendly fire damage. Friendly fire is nothing compared to what enters the upper atmosphere. Again, the Deus Ex Machina, Captain Marvel. The Avengers, both old and new, try to get the Iron Gauntlet, which was probably going to be this movie's name until spoilers were dropped, back to the past. but Thanos is giving them the beatdown. Cue a Power Girl sequence ending with teeny tiny Spider-Man with his lovable polite banter and Queen's callback from Cap hitting the right notes with Captain Marvel. But it just isn't enough. Even with all of them trying, Thanos gets the Iron Gauntlet. But as always, it's Mr. Mischief with a trick up his sleeve, and this ain't no Christopher Reeves. It is Iron Man. Calling back to his and the MCU's debut a long time ago, he says, "I am Iron Man," before snapping Thanos and his mooks to dust. It takes the heaviest toll on the heart that he definitely has. But he has Rhodey, Spidey, and rescuey Pepper Potts by his side, so it's kind of a happy death. His posthumous recording sets up the next phase of the MCU, a bigger, brighter universe. Bringing the story full circle with a voiceover, Russo Jr. and Linda Cardellini come back along with the rest of the originally decimated, and Hawkeye retires, again, from being a masterless Ronin and goes back to William telling his daughter, having been comforted by Wanda the Witch, that Natasha and Gamora know about their winning in the Soul World. Happy Hogan takes Little Morgan out for cheeseburgers, and Thor makes Valkyrie king to team up with the Asgardians of the Galaxy. Inspired by a real comic book actually, bringing in some much needed levity as is their wont. As promised to the Ancient One, Cap takes up the responsibility of returning the Infinity Stones to their right places in space-time. I love the name dropping of another timestamp before Cap returns to Bucky and Sam as an old man from his successful mission of replacing the stones in their places and passes on his shield, bringing the curtains down on Phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Avengers disassemble, but only for the moment because Far From Home is right around the corner. Alright then, let's get to it and look forward to the next phase in the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Spider-Man Far From Home.